Thanks, Coach. Originally opened in 1995 as Jacksonville Municipal Stadium when this franchise entered the NFL. We welcome you to Jacksonville and TIAA Bank Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Houston Texans and the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Here we go. Yeah.
Ready?
Hey, check
ready?
21, Mike 21. Check Mike 21.
I'm scared. Check.
Hey, check Mike 21. Mike 21. Check Mike 21.
Ready for that?
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. He rifles one that's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it, and he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Well, that's tough. You come in here, you dial up that pass play on the first play from scrimmage and get it picked.
And you know, coaches always talk about we prepare for every eventuality. You don't even mention this as a possibility when you dial up that play, right? Instead, they throw a pick, and now they're behind the 8 ball on the road to get things going.
So go. Blue 40. Right.
After the interception, it's Luck. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, it was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they...
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Zach Brown. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing a ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
Ready, Blue 80.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they've got to be thrilled to have this game still at 0-0 after the interception thrown on the very first play of the game.
They certainly do, and what I enjoyed was watching him on the sidelines because as the defense came off, he was there to congratulate them and really say thanks because he threw the interception. It didn't turn into any points.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get that back to Allen, but now it'll be 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Get in the weight room.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. It's complete to Grant. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
$59, ready. Blue 80.
52 right here. 52.
Gun.
I'm coming.
21. Good job. Let's go. Ready, set.
Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Now the Auburn product, Corey Grant. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Yeah, baby.
And it's 3rd down.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
51, sub! Hey, gun.
Mike 21, Mike 21.
Hey, orbit.
From the gun, it's Ryan. He's letting this one go for Fuller. This is intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Well, to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline, and now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
Slam.
Gone right.
25, check 25.
12.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Now he lets it go deep into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26, and they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
They'll run on first down. It's Grant. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
You ain't going nowhere.
Ready to go!
Here's Ryan. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack by Jordan Willis.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. It led to a sack, and that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Hey, check Mike 21, check Mike 21.
11.
Watch the flood.
Ready for that.
3rd and long. It's Ryan. That's complete to his running back, Grant. The ball comes out, and the Jags grab it. And some space here. And he brings this one back. A fumble return for a Jacksonville score. So they need to determine if that knee was down before the ball was coughed up.
And they also wanted to make sure that the ball was possessed as they were going through it, that the ball wasn't working its way free before the knee hit the ground.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Fielded at the 20. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. And getting our first update now from Nashville. And it's the Titans who are off to the early lead in that ball game. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24. 49. Check
On 1st down, Blackburn. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
He's coming. Double up.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Luck. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
I'm laughing to myself because I could just hear in film session. But, Coach, I was throwing it to Odell Beckham Jr. Of course I thought he was open.
They'd love to go deep downfield to him, though. Such a threat.
Yeah, a rare incompletion because most of the time we expect him to actually come up with the catch.
Here we go. Show an eight. Show an eight. Sponge. 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 No, no, no.
Throwing on third down. Luck. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his second of the game. Instead, fourth down. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
There we go.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try and play field position, maybe. Turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man.
58.
Ready. Blue 80.
Let's go, baby.
58.
Get that ball. Get that ball.
And 58 is a mic. Go.
Bravo.
Here we go. Here we go.
Blue 80.
From the shotgun, Ryan. He sets to fire deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Past the 20. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, 89 yards. And the Texans have taken the lead.
Let's go. Come on.
The 21st pick back in the 2016 draft, Will Fuller, and we know that he can take the top off of a defense.
He certainly can, and the way that he does it is just straight, pure speed. And I talked with one of the better defensive coordinators in the league, and I said, how do you defend that? And he said, at times, you absolutely don't. If the quarterback gets time and he heaves it downfield, Will Fuller's going to outrun any coverage you put out there.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see.
I'm here all day.
Looking to throw on second down. Luck. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
We got to step it up.
Let's go, Mike 50. Mike 50.
I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school. Check 24. Check 24. Joker, Joker. Joker, Joker.
A shotgun snap for Luck. Got an open man. That's Campbell. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
I'm here all day. No, no, no. Off.
Watch that, watch that, watch that.
On 1st and 10, Luck. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... And Luck will be intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked off at the 30. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
And the drive starts with a completion, left side.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
That throw into the arms of Allen, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
On third down, Grant. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on fourth. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. But it'll be second down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
65.
Back to throw. Love. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Maurice Hurst. What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
11.
Mike 50, Mike 50. Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys.
On.
Off the field. Let's get off the field.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
And now the throw going to Fuller, and he's got it. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
And it'll be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but, boy, he's playing really well.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Check three, check three.
Check 37, check 37.
Now on 2nd and 13, Luck. And now here is another interception. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman, and he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Second and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
Get up!
Throwing again. Ryan. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Here's Ryan.
Big stop, let's go.
And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go, fellas.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10.
Watch the twist, watch the twist. Check the backer, check the backer.
Luck on 1st down.
Watch the slant, watch the slant.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nazir Jones cruises in for the sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Luck. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know. But all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one. Much more like lead.
Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Ryan. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Here we go.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
Check, check. Check, check.
58's the mic, 58.
Operating from the gun. Ryan. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down. What a difference a week makes. Last week, he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week, he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
Watch the whip.
2nd and 10 now. Ryan. Open man. He's got him. The tight end, Hockenson. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Throwing again. Ryan. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Still a little bit of time left here in the 2nd quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Yeah, that's right. Get off the train tracks, baby. Get off the train tracks.
We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the 2nd half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the 2nd half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. On 2nd and 10, Locke. And he'll find Hall. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
Let's go.
And the Jaguars first down.
Luck now just 5 of 16 throwing the ball, but he's got a 1st and 10.
Check 13. Check 13.
Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist.
Twist, twist.
Twist, twist. Kill, kill, kill.
Alert, alert.
Kill.
Ready.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback.
On 2nd and 11 now. Luck. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. He finds Beckham complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 49-yard line. Out of the gun, Luck. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Watch the edge. Check 9, check 9. Watch the safety creep.
On 2nd down now, Blackburn, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Quick the edge. Come.
He's crashing.
Here's Luck. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off Byron Jones. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ed Oliver able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. They go play action now. Ryan. He's got Fuller. A gain there of 30 big ones. Charles, you talk so much about quick change plays. There's one right there. You get the turnover, and boom, hit him with a big one.
And defenses plan for this all the time. They work on it in practice. But in the middle of a game, when that quick change takes place, oftentimes guys aren't as focused as they need to be.
Now throwing on 1st down and completing it. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
Let's go.
A gain of 13 yards. And the Texans 1st down.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. To throw is Ryan. It's caught by Quincy Enunwa. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the 1st down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Switch up.
Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. Ryan in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Now Ryan. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. T.J. Hawkinson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans push further out in front. Matt Ryan now breaks the huddle. His guys will go for 2.
Hey, South.
Check 6 guys.
Ryan will throw again. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football.
Let's just call that play exactly what it is. Needed, because they wanted to get back in the game, and they knocked the ball free, and now they have a chance to do exactly that.
They got the chance. Now they have to take advantage. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Give them a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught.
And now here is another interception. Picked off Byron Jones. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions.
Ryan hit, and he lost the football. And the Jags grab it. Does the big boy have the juice? The 20, 10. And he brings this one back. A fumble return for a Jacksonville score. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
Let's go, let's go!
At their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're right back out there after watching the fumble go the other way. Still in control of this game, but that needs to serve as a wake-up call because they're not in the clear yet.
No, the message should be clear that fortunes can change pretty quickly when you turn the ball over. You've got to take care of it, otherwise that lead could slip away quickly.
10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection.
Pass complete to T.J. Hawkinson. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd.
Back now in Jacksonville. It's the Texans in control of the football and leading this game as well as we start the 4th. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Watch the run.
Now it's Ryan. Catch is made by Hawkinson, the tight end. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Here's a first down throw that's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. Ryan in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop?
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Keenan Allen, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Texans push further out in front. Tucker with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off Byron Jones. And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Grant. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The Texans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. They go back to Grant.
You ain't going nowhere.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that will extend the lead out to 24. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, 1st down. 1 play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Under crunch, under crunch, under crunch.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
They gonna need some therapy out there.
They'll try the left side. Blackburn. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Check hot route. Hot. Check.
On 2nd and 1. Luck. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
60 outlaw. 50. You can't block me. You can't block me.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And this one will be brought back to the 22. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Check.
This is Grant. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Grant. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a third and about 5. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
52's the mic.
Hey, space. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. Hey, let's go.
From the gun on third down, Ryan. He finds his target, Fuller. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. The first carry for the Utah man now. It's Joe Williams. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Now, that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, when you have to get the ball back, everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking at the football, getting to the passer, knocking it out of his hands, whatever way, they have to get the ball back.
Now can they stand tall again for a huge fourth quarter stop?
Now 4th down. Today's final score, Texans 31, Jaguars 7.